Hey everyone, it's James, geometriccharts.com. This is the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. It's January 11th. The video is not investment advice, but I do want to reiterate Wednesday's video. I talked about it was looking weak. The volume was being siphoned out, the way price was moving. I gave everyone a warning. Hopefully everyone heeded the warning, and lo and behold, here we are with the drop. So I myself was short with my subs because I just had a feeling that it was going to drop, and it did based on everything that I saw. So now the question is can Bitcoin hold this zone? It does. It looks like it's going to try to into the weekend, and if it can, that could be a positive sign for Bitcoin as long as it can hold here. If it produces another leg lower, then I think we're going to find support around 3,200. If not, we're probably just going to go horizontal. Now, most weekends, pretty much nothing happens. It's a lot of chop. It's a lot of volatility. It's a very tough time to play as well. But you know, just to reiterate that my overall perspective is bearish, and I talked about that in the last video. Short-term bearish, long-term bearish. I think at most we could have another short-term rally down the pipeline, but the overall overarching theme of Bitcoin is bear. That's it. There's nothing. It's completely negative. Every pump is sold into, and I do not imagine that is going to change anytime soon. It's just the nature of this beast. And everyone gets hyped up, and you get all these people all over social media, all over mainstream media, hyping Bitcoin up. This is it. This is the final bottom, blah, blah, blah. It's going to 700 trillion and everything else, you know. But the truth is, at the end of the day, it's a pump and dump scheme across the board. The only thing I've ever seen like this is penny stocks. And I guess that's the only reason on why I'm able to kind of see things as clearly as I can, is because I knew people that managed penny stocks, and I knew how the schemes went. And this is it, all over again. So just on a much grander scale, this thing, I am surprised that the department, I know when the Department of Justice launched something and the SEC was looking into stuff and all that just collapsed inward, showing me that big monies must be managing the scenes of this, and that's why they're not doing anything. No heads are getting cracked at all. So, but anyways, it doesn't mean that it's the end of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in general. It just means there's going to be hell to pay. And the only ones that are going to make the real true profit, when you see these things skyrocket from 0 to 50%, and then they drop down another 20%, I highly doubt many retail traders are actually taking advantage of that. They might take advantage of 10, 20% or something like that, but more than likely it's the manipulators. And I definitely think it's very big money, whether it's the exchanges or whether it's central banks. I don't know. But at the end of the day, there's clear manipulation, there's clear repetition of patterns, and it's, just becomes, I guess, a little easier to see once you kind of have a background knowledge of what people do to manipulate price. And anyways, so that's the only thing that saves me with calling it the way I do. That's why I stay bearish on the bigger picture. The short term, of course, is going to be wiggles. But it's just the nature of this beast. So hopefully all that makes sense to everybody. I think if we can kind of hold here, it would be a positive. If Bitcoin continues to drop and we retest the low and we hold the low, that would also be a positive as well. But if we break through 3,200 going into next week or even this weekend, again, the next major level of support is the mid 2000s. Now I'm hoping we don't immediately drop to that range, but that is the next range below. Otherwise, Bitcoin's going to have to jump and stay above 4,300 on Bitfinex to get another leg up. and that's it. And I just find it kind of hard to believe with the way that volume and price action is acting. So we'll see what happens going into the weekend. Like I said, not much happens. It's pretty flat. There's going to be a lot of volatility, but next week, like Monday or Tuesday is typically like a revealing day, but it's like Monday night, Tuesday. It's sometimes Sunday night because the futures reopen, but mainly it's been like Monday, Tuesday. But anyways, we'll see what happens. Hopefully on the Monday video, I'll have something more informative than just kind of like giving my overall perspective. But if not, then I think Wednesday will definitely give us some much better insight into the market and what it's going to do in the short term. I definitely think the long term, it's still bearish. Like nothing's changed in this market.